been writing for years, so I've mostly done screenplays, but I took writing in college, and I really think that like being creative is super important. So the opportunity to write children's books is just amazing because I can use my skills that I've gotten from screenplay writing and kind of convert those skills into new kinds of stories that I never would have been able to do like with the format that I do. So children's books really gave me a chance to explore something new, and I'm really happy that I can kind of share my ideas in like a really short and concise way. I can break rules. I really like writing children's books because I can break rules. I can write like with poetry. I can write based off of like how I'm feeling in the moment. I can put a lot more emotion. I really do think that children's books give you like the flexibility to write in so many different kinds of ways, and for me it's just a really awesome avenue of expression. Plus, another reason I started writing children's books was because my partner had a really good idea for some stories, and I really wanted to be able to use my skills to make them come to life. So that's kind of where we are now. That's a good question. I've been writing for years, but I think it was during the pandemic where I just had so much time on my hands and I was isolated, and I was really feeling like this need to be able to create something, because during the pandemic I was just consuming. So I thought, since I was taking writing classes, why don't I like try to make some effort into making something of my own? And so during the pandemic I wrote my first screenplay. It was like 2 hours long of a story, and I was just surprised. Like, I loved it so much, and I felt like it was such an amazing story, and not to toot my own horn, but like I really felt like I accomplished something. So I kind of knew during the pandemic that I had a talent for it, because as I was putting pen to paper, or fingers to keyboard, like I really felt like the words and the stories were coming out naturally. And I kind of like at that point really got addicted to the process. It's so fun to be able to have an idea and make a story from scratch. And now I've written hundreds of stories. I'm really excited to see what I can do in terms of like our children's book business and making horror stories for children. I think my favorite part of being a writer is that all the stories that I come up with, if I really put forward the effort, I can make them come to life, and I can see my ideas that just start off as like flashes, maybe a dream, or maybe just like a really good conversation, and I can see that turn into something really meaningful. Like, for example, the Little Zombie was actually my partner's idea, and I thought it was such a good idea that I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And I wanted to write a story. I came up with the characters, the plot beats, and after all of this work, after 2 years of real like hard grinding, we're able to make this happen. So I'm really excited. And that wouldn't have happened if we didn't work so hard, and I didn't really push myself creatively to come up with something. So